Jake, someone said you had a story about pizza.
Yeah, back when I worked for Union Mission, I worked in their men's shelter, and a lot of the food that we served 3 meals a day to the homeless, and not just those who stayed in the mission, but we opened it up to people on the street. And it was lunchtime, and we didn't have hardly anything. Everything that we served was donations. So there were times when things got pretty scarce. And anyways, it was during lunch hour, and we didn't have anything but personal pan pizzas. I'm trying to think of how many there actually was, but we had 50. We had 50 people come in to eat lunch, and we had 35 pizzas. And we found two big cans, two number 10 cans of green beans. So, and I told the people, I said, we're really sorry. This is what we have, and they said that's okay. They all stayed. So the guys in the kitchen said to me, Jake, what are we going to do? How are we going to do this? I said, well, we're going to break up these pizzas and just hand out a few at a time. And so they said, all right. So we did it a cafeteria style. They came through the line, and we put stuff on their plates and let them go eat. And we fed everybody once. We fed everybody the second time. And then we fed part of them the third time. And we still had enough for 2 pizzas left over. I missed the most important part of that. It was just before we served. I told them, I said, let's bow our heads and pray. And I said, Lord, you know how this is. We don't have enough to go around. We're going to need your help. And I was actually expecting people to come in the door with something to eat for us. But that's not the way it worked. He took what we had and supplied the need. And I don't know how all those pizzas come about. I'm not going to try to tell you how it came about. But I had a little bit of an inkling of how Peter must have felt when Jesus took the 5 loaves and 2 fishes and fed 5,000 men. It was amazing. It really was amazing. And the sad part of it is it was on a Wednesday, because I come in. If I remember, I come in. I worked 6 in the morning to 6 in the evening, and I got here just in time for service to get started good here. It was Wednesday evening prayer meeting. And I come in, and I was sitting there listening to the preacher talk when it dawned on me, how in the world did we feed 50 people with 35 pizzas and not feed them just once? We fed them 2.5 times. How does that work? And I got a little excited, if I remember. Did some shouting that night. But yeah, that's the pizza story.
Power of prayer, isn't it? Well, we thank you all once again for watching, and we're still in need of your stories of how God has moved or worked in your life. Anything to do with stories about God. Remember, every story is important. You never know who it's going to impact or change. So send your stories to the address above, and until the next time, have a blessed day.